Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the What It Do podcast.
Yeah, we good?
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the episode of the What It Do podcast. In the studio this week, we got Mr. Kane Porras.
Welcome.
Porras.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for coming, man. We were talking a lot, before the podcast, and I'm like,
oh, y'all missed it. Y'all missed
too much good stuff, man.
You know what? It would have got pulled.
It probably would have
got pulled.
Yeah.
So we got all that out of the way before we got started.
Yeah, I got my conspiracy bone tickled a little bit, so
Yeah.
I like that. Man, of course, I reached out to you on TikTok. I've been watching some of your videos, man, and like I was telling Abraham, he's like, "Who is this guy?" And I was like, "You know what? I don't know." But it was something about your videos. You ever watch SB Mowing?
Yes, love him.
Yes,
I love
I
him.
love this dude, man, and I'll watch his videos. For some reason, man, I got attracted to your videos the same way while watching SB
That's
Mowing.
what's up.
And I'm like,
that's
dude,
a hell of a compliment,
dude. Because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
there was something about, I don't know why. Like, he pops up, and I'll sit there, I'll watch it. You sit there casting, you know what I mean? I don't know how long you've been fishing.
Really, since I was like a kid, but I was like 13, 14 years old whenever I stopped.
Yeah.
So my dad used to complain that I talked too much. And so, shut up, you talk too much, you're going to scare away the fish. So it stopped being fun for me.
Yeah.
And so, I didn't fish until, I guess, 2020.
Okay.
I've got a buddy that I was working with that kept pestering me, let's go fishing. And for a whole year, he was on. And so for Christmas that year, 2019, my family bought me a fishing rod, and she's like, "You have no more excuses for Randy." So
Yeah, that's funny.
Here you go. You and Randy need to go fishing. So he got me back into it, and since then I've been fishing.
You've been
Really
hooked,
fishing, yeah.
I guess it was probably, man, I don't know how many videos in, and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go fishing. I hadn't been fishing in a minute, over a year. And that's what I sent that picture, man, when I caught that 5-pound bass, bro. And I'm like, this is
that was a nice one
different.
too.
Oh yeah, bro.
Didn't
even
was that Twin Buttes?
Yeah, Twin Buttes, man. Didn't fight at all.
That's what's up.
It's like I walked him back into the bay, and I'm like,
He
all
wanted
right.
to go.
Yeah, he's like, God, is that you? I was like, that's me. I'm about to throw you on this grill.
Twin Buttes has some nice fish.
Oh yeah, bro. They've been hitting really good lately.
Yeah.
Before I caught that one, I had snapped 3 lines.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
Dang.
well, I was like, I got shitty line or what?
Heck yeah.
But they were big though. They were all big. And then that one, I just happened. I was sitting there reeling them in, and my son jumped in and he's like, I'll scoop his ass before you lose another one, Dad. But yeah, man, I saw that you got your kayak, and I don't know what I mean. Like again, it's like watching SB Mowing, because you're like, I got a kayak. I don't even know what to think about it, but I'm excited. And I was like, I felt it, you know what I mean? When I got my first kayak, and I'm like, dude, I was like, I got to have this guy on, man. Because there's something about him that it was just like, you just seem easy to talk to.
I am. I've gotten that my whole life.
Oh, okay.
Except for my dad.
He's like, be quiet. I was like, they don't know English right now. They don't know what we're saying.
They ain't got no ears. They can't hear nothing.
That's funny.
But no, what actually got me hooked was downtown. I was by the river stage, and I thought I was pulling up a plastic bag. No fight, no nothing. Uh-huh. And my dad tells me it's a fish story, but legitimately this thing was, I'm not tall, but it was at least waist high and big, massive. Oh, wow. I had 12-pound line. I was reeling it in thinking, cool, as long as I get my lure back, I'll be all right. Get it all the way up to the edge, and I see this fish and my eyes go big, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the biggest thing I'll probably ever catch. But yeah, so if you're familiar with the river stage, you got that path that walks in the fountain that's on the other side. Uh-huh. I was standing on that, and I was reeling it in. I jumped down to go grab this thing, and as soon as I jump, it flops back towards the river and pops on it. And I was like, oh no, I gotta get that guy. I gotta get that one. And ever since, I've been hooked.
You got bit by that bug.
Yeah.
That's a good bug.
So now anytime you go to like Academy, you can't help it now. You always kind of veer over to the bait section. Yeah. I mean, I know how it is. I got bit by the bug a while back, and I got like 20 reels.
That's why I can't go to Academy with my wife, because she's like, oh my God. Because I was just like, I walk in, it's like just like second nature. I just
kind of veer off over there.
Walk that way first. We can look at your clothes here in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna go through the fishing section.
We gotta go over here first.
Yeah, no, that's badass, man. I get it, dude. Because that whole river, if you ever fish that, Now you got your kayak.
Yeah.
You know, if you unload by Quicksand Golf Course where that bridge is and come up towards town.
Don't tell nobody.
Dude, but it's such great fishing.
No, it really is.
I've caught.
It's the best back there.
Oh yeah, dude, it's awesome. I've seen the biggest catfish I've ever seen. Probably about the length of this table.
Damn.
Yeah,
Kind of scary, actually.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm so used to, you know, something big like that is always in the coast.
Yeah.
You know, so well we do that. Well, I'm gonna give you the story because it was kind of cool. You know, so we go the night before. Me and my brother, we catch perch and shit down here at where the mermaid is.
Yeah.
And we take them down because we're gonna bait. We're gonna put trot line out and. Not drop line, but not trot line, but drop lines. And we go and we all the way back there. We get ready, and then we leave. Right, we come back early the next morning because I'm like, let's see what we catch because we always do great. You know,
You're doing like jugs?
no, we're just like you tie it to like the string to the bank, and then you kind of let the fish go.
Okay.
You know, it works great. So, anyways, the next morning we go load up, and at this point we don't have anything on us because they're like whatever we catch, just that and a knife, so we can cut the string, and we'll get back. So anyways, we're going, and that river kind of narrows, man, and these two rocks. You know, one of them sticks way out of the water, and one is like a little boob, you know, just barely sticking out of the water. And we're going out in the middle, and the boat banks. And I'm like, the hell? We just heard yesterday, you know, did the water fall or did the water drop? And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, what the hell, man? I don't see anything. I don't know what we're on. And like, it's early in the morning. My brother's, you know, he's a bit of an ass, right?
Gotcha.
So I'm looking over, and the boat starts moving. Whoosh, whoosh. Well, I think it's my brother trying to knock me off the boat so early in the morning, you know? And I turn around. I was like, what the hell, man? He looks at me. He's like, what was that? I was like, wait, that wasn't you? He's like, no, that wasn't. At this point, it had stopped, you know? I was like, that wasn't you. He's like, no, that wasn't me. And I kind of look forward, and the boat starts to rock back and forth. We had banked on a catfish.
Dang.
You know? And I'm sitting there. This thing is like trying to get itself out from underneath us, you know? And I'm sitting there looking on the side of the boat, and his head, I kid you not, was probably a good that big, man. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like a dumbass. Oh shit, a shark! Because that's the only thing I've ever seen that's that big, you know. And he gets out, and he's kind of just like gets out from underneath us, and you can see him. He's making a wake as he's leaving.
Damn it!
And I'm looking at him. My brother said, you should have jumped on him. Yeah, what am I going to do with that, dude? Like, there's no way I'd get that on the boat.
If he's that big, he could probably take you down.
Yeah, man, I kid you, because he was squeezing out. We went out there, it's like a 10-foot John boat, and he was at least 3/4 the length of that.
God.
It was insane, man. My Moby Dick.
God. Ain't no way.
If you ever go back there, I recommend take a machete with you or something.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, maybe even
and
a
bug
pistol.
spray.
Yeah, definitely bug spray. Because, man, you get back there and it's like, you're not really far from town. There's actually neighborhoods kind of close. Well, not till you get further up, but you feel like you're really in the middle of nowhere because, I mean, it's like, man, because you're deep down in there and it's all overgrown. Nobody ever goes back there. All the times that I've gone back there, I've never seen anybody else fishing back there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe I should have said that.
So, yeah, but I mean, still, it's like,
it's work to get back.
It is work to get back there. Like, yeah, because there's a few spots where it narrows so much, or depending on how recent the rain was, you had to get out and pull the kayak, you know, and then drop it in on the other side. But yeah, it's definitely work. But there's like, I think that last time that I had went, it's probably been at least 6-7 years ago. We made it all the way down. We got out. We pulled the kayaks over. We got over to the other side, and there was a pool off to the side that wasn't touching the rest of the water. So like when it had rained,
a honey hole right there.
It made this big pool over there, but the water had dropped down just enough that the water that was running wasn't actually touching that pool. And I was like, I want to know what's in that pool over there. And I never got a chance to fish it though. I just was like, damn it.
Man, yeah. I think I pulled out a 25-pound catfish out of that thing.
In that big pool over there?
Oh yeah, bro. And bass galore, man. Because they get huge in that water. Yeah. I don't know what it is or what's maybe the radioactivity. I don't know.
It could be the radioactivity, yeah. But there's a lot for them to eat back in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you ever go back there during, I don't know, I guess right now is the season, there's crawfish. There's a spot over there right behind the softball parks. There's a small dam. And there's a pool right there. That whole thing just turns red.
Damn.
There's tons of crawfish.
Nothing but crawfish. Tons of them.
I did not realize that.
No, man. Oh, there's
crazy.
so many.
I'm going to cut this out.
And it's crazy because if you go the other way, you won't catch anything.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Hey,
it's more wild on this other side of the dam, because you have the bridge and there's a dam underneath the bridge. Everything on this end of it doesn't really get manicured. Nobody messes with it, So it's pretty wild back.
I tell you how crazy it gets, because we went one time, right? We put jugs out. We were putting this little water bottles, and we had put all of them out. And I think we had like one hook left, one hook and a couple bait left, and I'm like, man, we should really find something. And of course, everything goes down that river, so we find these big old. You ever seen the big Tide detergent bottles?
Yeah.
So we tie that thing off, man. We throw it in the water, and like we'll come back tomorrow, And we're sitting there going. Of course, we come back the next morning. I'm going, and of course, there's this big old jug sitting in the middle, and I'm like, oh damn, we didn't catch anything, So I was like, we'll get it. I'll wrap it up. We'll throw it in, And we're me and my brother were getting real close to it, and all of a sudden you see it go in the water, and I'm like, dude, just hold on. I was like, just give it a little bit, man. There's no way he can hold that down. That thing never came up.
Oh.
It never came up. So I'm like, let's go check the rest of the stuff on the way back. It's got to be up, There's no way the fish can hold that up, Yeah. It takes me work to hold that thing underwater. Anyways, we went to go check everything. We came back, not a sign, man. Not a sign of the bottle nowhere. Just you've seen them, the big old jugs of Tide bleach or the Tide detergent.
Yeah.
Never came up, man. Never found it.
Those are the ones my dad catches, and he's like, "You got to come fishing with me overnight. You got to come with me." And I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well, it's a little scary too, though, because like you said, it's right outside of town. But there's turkey, there's foxes, there's mountain lions, there's bobcats. Like
coyotes.
They're everywhere.
See, I've seen
water
the people. I've seen the people who noodle.
Oh, no.
I don't
That's
know.
wild.
I don't know how you could do that. You sticking your hand in an animal's mouth.
Have you seen some of those turtles? There's some snapping turtles.
Yeah.
I would be afraid to stick my hand in one of them holes over there and it's a snapping turtle.
Yeah.
Biggest turtle I ever caught there?
Yeah.
The shell was about, I want to say 2.5 foot long. When I pulled that hook, because I'm sitting there, I'm pulling that hook up, His head had to be like the size of a pit bull.
Boy.
It was big.
It would have snapped your whole hand off.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sitting there trying to pull him. He's like, well, you can hear that snap. And I'm like, just cut that hook. You can keep the hook, buddy.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's too big. But huge, man.
That's a big-ass turtle.
And I remember one time, I don't know if you ever had turtle before. It wasn't a snapping turtle. It was a red shell turtle. Freshwater red shell turtle. I've only ever caught one.
Allegedly.
I hope it's not illegal. Because if it is, that's one which was delicious. Because we were fishing with the dude. He's like, oh, those things are... And he was from Louisiana, Arkansas, whatever. He was down here. He was working in the oil field out here. Okay. And he's like, oh, man, that's some good eating. And I'm like, I'll believe you, dude. He's like, dude, he took it out. He filleted the damn thing. He's like, I'm going to cook it for y'all tonight. Boy.
That's
some good stuff.
I was like, dude, I got to make it a plan to catch me another one. I've never been able to catch another one.
Have you ever eaten gar? Mm-hmm. How about you?
I've had some. I'm not
big
on it. Yeah.
So
it's a lot of work.
Yeah. And then there's that. It's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
They're slimy. I mean, so slimy.
Look at me. Does it look like
I don't miss the meal?
Bro, if it takes effort to eat, I don't. That's no good.
What fascinates me is, man, these people that do it, they'll catch a big one and they'll pull the back straps out of it like a deer. And that's what they're cooking up is the back straps of it. I've never had it. I'm kind of interested. I would like to try it.
Dude, right where your mom lives, man. There's tons back there.
I know. But I just haven't. I haven't gone down there since we had that big flood because the water level has rose so much. It hasn't gone back down to that flat spot.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of rough right there. Like you'll climb down and it's still a little bit too steep.
Yeah.
So you have to hold onto a tree.
Damn, the water's still that high.
Yeah, it's still up that high. And it's crazy because I was like, man, we went a good while with no rain. I want to say October through January, we didn't have a whole lot of rain. Yeah. Just recently we started getting more rain.
Okay.
So, but yeah, the water's still up there. So when I don't know if you remember how that is in her backyard, it kind of drops over and then it kind of goes steep.
Yeah.
And then there's a few spots where it kind of goes out and then down and then out. And there used to be a flat spot where it was perfect just because I fished it before. Of course, at that time it was nothing but carp. I didn't want no carp, but yeah, I didn't want no carp. But now it's like, man, that's really hard to fish right there. Maybe throw a jug line out there or something would be all right.
Boy, you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah.
Just throw some, not even a jug, just get a long drop line, man. Hook it, tie it to a branch and just toss it out there. Boy,
might do that.
That's what I was cutting off the other day out at Nasworthy. I was just kayaking and I was like, oh, this will line. If it has something, I'll leave it alone. But I went and it was tied to a limb and I was like, nothing, cool. Your line's gone.
Yeah.
Nothing, cool. Line gone.
Dude, and that's a big problem, man. People don't pick up after themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I got this what do they call it, man? Like, it's a ridiculous fear, right? After I had my second child. Well, my third. And my biggest issue with Nasworthy, man, is that every time I put my anchor out, I pick up a damn trot line.
Really?
Every time, dog. Every time. And I made it a habit, you know, especially like on the weekends, right? Like I would go by myself, man. I'd throw my anchor out the back and I would drag that damn thing and pick up everything, you know, and get it as close as I can to the shore, you know, cut everything off and then just kind of bundle it all up and just throw it out to the, you know, off the bank, you know, or out of the water.
Yeah.
But it's so horrible, man. Especially Twin Buttes is bad. God, it's so bad. I was just like, I wish people will
just pick up after yourself.
just pick up after yourself. And a lot of it's so lazy.
That's what sportsmen's supposed to do. You know,
correct.
Pick up after yourself. Don't leave it better than the way you found it.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Because I think, you know, I may be wrong about this, but I don't think I am. You know, some of those people that went swimming and never came back up, you know, at a Nasworthy, I'm like, did they get caught on the trot line? Because the hooks are still on there, you know.
Very possible. Very possible.
You know, because you see them, like, what was that last one? It was a while back. You know, they were, I guess, running a rake, right?
I think so, yeah.
They were running a rake and they were trying to find the body, you know.
Damn.
And of course they raked it a lot, but the amount of lines they pulled out of the water. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where I'm like, I hate to be this way, you know, but I'm like, I think you should make, at least for the next 10 years, make trot lining illegal. Because I'm like, no one's picking up after themselves.
Yeah, that's what it probably will happen. Because, yeah, I mean, just the same way nobody was picking up after themselves at Twin Buttes with the fireworks and stuff.
Look at it now.
Yeah, look at it now.
I miss it. Because, man, we used to go mudding back there.
Yeah.
I was probably part of the reason they closed it. Because, you know, I was like, yeah, now you're sorry your roads are unusable, you know?
No, I think they said that the reason was because of the fireworks.
The fireworks,
was left
all
over
the trash
every
and
year.
stuff.
There was tons and tons of trash. Yeah.
That's so sad.
That's another thing. Not picking up after yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they lost it, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was ran by the city, I think, at that time.
Yes.
Yeah. And now it's ran by the state.
And then what was that four-wheel drive club that used to go out there and pick up all the trash?
Oh, man, I don't remember what they're called. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Is that West Texas Off-Road, something like that?
I think so,
I think so.
They would go out there, and it's like they would pull, which was crazy. One year I went out there, and everybody's picking stuff up, and then there's this one guy, and he's pulling up this big piece of plastic, you know, out of the lake bottom. And he's sitting there trying to pull it out, and they tie a truck to it, and then they rip it off. You know, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? You know, when they rip it off, the guy was like, it's the shell of a Jeep.
Oh, dang.
Bro, there was a Jeep that was buried there. They uncovered it. They pulled out a goddamn Jeep.
A whole Jeep.
A whole Jeep.
Damn.
And I'm like, what's going on here? Who loses a Jeep? You know? And I'm like,
Who says I'll be back for my Jeep?
Yeah.
It never goes back. It never goes back.
Yeah, the amount of stuff they pulled out of there. I think they pulled out a pickup too.
Wow.
And I'm like, I don't understand how that happes, but I guess, I mean, obviously it happened. But, you know,
At least twice.
I get it at places like what is it, Port Aransas or whatever, where they do the top off the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
And your Jeep's out there and the tide comes.
Comes
I
in.
get that, but we don't have tides.
No,
We don't have tides at all.
Still even then, bro. It's like, what are you doing way out there?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're probably a tourist, right? It's like, you don't know it's low tide? What are you doing way out there? You know, I was like, because you see those guys surf fishing, they're not all the way down there. You know, they account for the high tide.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing out there? You know what I mean? It's funny because you go out there and you warn them, and it's like, hey, man, you need to get further up. And they're just like the most arrogant assholes. Mind your business. And I'm
All
like,
right.
okay.
You're lost.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. Whenever I was in Africa, we went to the beach and you could rent vehicles, and oftentimes it was a 4-wheel drive vehicle. So we had these guys, 4-wheel, this, that, the other, and I'm like, bro, do you even know how to like engage your 4-wheel? And he's like, yeah, I've been doing, yeah, cool. There was a truck that ended up, the Army not the Army, the Navy, because it's a Navy ran base, but the Navy had to write off because they got trapped out there at this beach. And how do you explain that to people up higher? Hey, sorry, I rented one of your vehicles, but it's out there. But everybody told him, hey man, we see you going out there, and you've come back a couple times. Like, don't go that far. Don't go that far. Don't go that far. And we do this every weekend. Blah blah blah. Cool. Yeah. Everybody tried to help him out. There was like 3 or 4 different vehicles hooked up to him and trying to get him out. And nope.
Oh, Megan, can you imagine having to explain that? Hey, my bad, dude. I lost the Humvee out in the ocean.
It was a Super Duty. It was a Ford. It was a Ford Super Duty 4-wheel drive. Never did the wheels get engaged. By the time somebody went out there to lock them in place, Like it was far too dug in that it just, and the water kept coming in too quick. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you get it there and that water starts sloshing by your tires, you're sinking fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious though. I'm like, good, you arrogant prick.
That's all I could say is cool. Anything that you got coming your way, you deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve that.
It.
They got away with it too many times. That's what it was. And they were like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm fine. I'll be all right. We'll be all right. Oh, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's your favorite spot right now? I'm just kidding.
You see right next to the mermaid.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but have you, I mean, of course, there's a lot of water, man, out in this area. Do you travel far?
So far, I haven't. So, kind of. I've gone as far as San Saba.
Okay.
So I've gone out there just to kind of fish and poke around, but I don't know anybody, and sometimes I feel like I'm on somebody's land, and I'll be like, all right, time to go.
Yeah.
I get a little worried, even if it's like a public park. I've been to Brady's public park fishing off the bank, and I'm like, the sun's going down. I don't know about this.
Yeah.
So I feel a little weird. So jump in the car and head back.
Yeah. Oh, so you just go like day trips? Just
Yeah.
Damn, man. See, that was another thing I was going to ask you, man. I'm like, what do you do for a living? Because I'm like, he sure puts a lot of videos out, and I'm like, you got a lot of freedom.
No, I work at Murdoch's.
Okay.
I'm behind the gun bar over there, so I'm the lead or manager or whatever you want to call me over there. But yeah, so we have a fishing. That's the thing that I hate is we have a fishing section.
Oh man!
But I got to go to Academy for most of my stuff. I hate that. I hate it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Why they just don't have a big fishing selection now?
No, and it's kind of. We are a newer store, and they wanted to see what would sell and what wouldn't.
Oh, I gotcha.
So fishing, they sent us saltwater stuff, and fishing never took off. And so I was like, yeah, nobody asked, like, who fishes around here, what fishes, what kind of bodies of water.
Should have did their homework for sure. Have you been to Field and Streams?
Yeah.
Man, I get lost in that place sometimes. I should stay away from
I
there.
haven't been there in years, man.
They got a lot of stuff.
Do they?
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I usually, if I ever go out of town, I stop by like San Antonio. I'll get Bass Pro Shop or stuff like that. But Academy here, man, they have a good selection. They just don't have. They don't have a lot of stuff. You know, it's got really thinned out, man.
You know those pin reels and pin. I like those, but they don't sell them here. They sell them down in San Antonio. You got to go further down south to get them. But I like those. Those are my favorite reels. The pins and the. There's another one I can't think of it. It's the Abu Garcias, but they're not the. We've talked about this before.
The Revo Max or the Ambassadors.
Yeah. I think they have those. They have those.
Right,
yeah, the Ambassadors. They have them up at Field and Streams, but you can't find them anywhere else in town.
Your best bet, and of course you're a fisherman, so if you ever decide to get there, you know, what kind of reel do you got now?
To be honest, I don't even know what it is. It's a bait caster, but I don't know what it is. Just a cheapo, something I got from Walmart.
Okay.
Because for me, if it works,
it works. Yeah.
Like, why go more expensive?
Why do I get more fancy?
Dude, I got like an old Abu Garcia Black Max that I just bought as a combo.
Oh, I got one of those. Those are good too.
Yeah, they're great, man. But if you want to get on some good jams and like, man, I want to give me like good quality stuff, you know, at a very, very cheap price. Facebook Marketplace, man.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
True.
Yeah, dude. The Abu Garcia Ambassadors, bro, all stainless steel construction. Like, you want to make sure that it's got the badge on it. It comes straight from Sweden. Dude, you can go to Academy. They sell the repair kits, and they're like $8. You know, so you can obviously you're gonna have to break your stuff down, put it all back together. But
that's what makes it worth it is that you can actually rebuild it.
Yeah.
They might be a little bit pricey up front, but the fact that you can just have this thing forever, and really they're not that bad. I mean,
no, brand new, you're gonna pay like $100, $115.
No, that's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. But on Facebook Marketplace, you can get the same reel for $20.
$30. Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I spent another $8 for the rebuild kit. And,
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Whenever I was like really deep in the bug had got me good, I was spending a little bit of money on some rods and reels, and there's this company called 13 Fishing, and man, they got some nice stuff.
Yeah.
And I spent probably over $300 on a reel, just a reel. But it was like one of those. It's all instead of stainless steel, they were using ceramic.
Okay.
And the bearings were ceramic, and they were using washers. Actually, no, they weren't bearings. They were washers. They were using like a washer type. I don't know. There were ceramic washers in there. They were taking place of the bearings. But it's not as cool as Abu Garcia, where you can just go and buy a rebuild kit.
Oh yeah.
These, you got a special order everything, and the price of the special order, I didn't realize this when I bought the stuff. I'm like, oh goddamn, I could just buy another reel. Like,
and
man.
then the market for Abu Garcias and Shimano's, you can go like say super speed bearings. You can get these bearings that, man, I replaced mine. Of course, I lost my fishing pole because the fish dragged it in the water. But super speed bearings, man, they sell the whole kit, dude. I don't know what these bearings are made out of, but little flick, bro, you can let all your line will spool out, and you're just like,
and then you catch it right there. Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. And I was like, that was way too easy, man. And I'm like, that's pretty neat, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the aftermarket stuff for some of these fishing poles, man. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Now people are like, oh my God, it's a fishing pole. It's all the same, you know?
Yeah, that's me. I'm like, it's a fishing pole.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be, but I got into it really bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I still have all of them. I've got a pole for every type of bait that I have.
Okay.
Like this is for this type of fishing. This is for this type of fishing. Like I can just grab the pole and it's already set up for that type of bait.
Yeah.
That's how I had it, because I was on my kayak a lot. Whenever I first got my kayak, I was like all into it, you know? So I was like, I just want everything ready to go when I want to grab it. I don't want to have to be like, setting it all up while I'm sitting there losing time, you know?
And that's what my dad has told me. He's like, oh, you got 2 fishing rod holders, build something. That way you could carry it, but like 6 rods. I'm like, bro, like 6 rods for real?
Yeah. Yep. When you start getting into like, I guess it's like the kayaking, of course you got a kayak. So this bug's going to bite you. It's going to bite you.
It's already got him.
It's already got him.
It does.
Like when you get out there, it's just like, you're right. You don't want to, every action has a different thing, you know? So we say you're out there fishing with the bait caster, a medium heavy, you know, and you're getting too quick of an action. You're just like, they're not biting it. They're not aggressive today. Man, whoop out that spin top that's got maybe like a medium or medium light rod on it, and you just sitting there hitting it. It just starts hitting like crazy, man. And it's a different feeling, because you're just like, you're kind of dialing it in, you know what I mean? And it's pretty awesome, because you can literally fish for what you want to catch. You know, people are like,
that's we had that conversation at work the other day.
Okay.
Is like, well, you're not a real good fisherman, because somebody was like, you're not that great, you're catching everything. And I was like, well, I catch everything just cause.
Yeah.
But if I go for bass, I catch bass. If I go for catfish, I catch catfish.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just throwing something out there and, it jumped on my reel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one aspect that I've learned real quick. I went one time and I learned that, the multiple rod things.
It helps. It really
holds
does.
up. Yeah.
Like, I was never a believer of the Seiko. What is it called? Are they called the worms?
The worms.
I was never a fan of them, because I'm like, I never understood it. But until I was like, oh shit. Like, you want to hit in the weeds with it. You know what I mean? You want to get to the bank and kind of move it over. And like, you can kind of notice during the time of the day, because you don't want to, I'll use those in the morning. I don't use them later in the afternoon. I thought fish are dumb. They don't know. You know, as long as you wave a bait in front of them, they'll hit it.
No, they know.
They know. It's crazy.
They have moods too. Like, it's like, man, sometimes they're into it, and sometimes like what worked yesterday doesn't work today.
Yeah.
Like, man, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. And I'm a builder, bro. Like, I bought an Ascend, was it 128 kayak, you know? And it was just a bare bone, where it's just like, man, I put a trolling motor on it. I steer it with my feet, you know? And it's like, I didn't go out and buy this, you know? I built it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Dude, I'm telling you, the bug is so there, man.
Yeah.
It is nice, right? Because I'll be fishing, and while I'm trolling, and I got a rod out to the side.
Yep.
You know, and I'll catch my white bass while I'm sitting there trying to catch regular bass, to catch my white bass on my little crankbaits.
Yeah.
It's
dude. Whenever so I had a Hobie kayak, which again, that I didn't need a Hobie, but this all goes back to that bug bit me hard.
Yeah.
And I was trolling the Concho River on the other side of Bell Street, where it kind of forks in, and I was just trolling, you know, and I kind of looked behind me and I was like, oh man, there's fish following me. And I looked down, but they were all gar. And I started rolling it all up. I was like, I don't want none of these guys, you know. I was like, man, but they were all gar.
I used to take out my oar and I'm like, smack, get away. Smack, get away.
That's what I had to do the other day, and I found that out. I was like, man, I hate gar. I hate being around them. I'm worried that they're just going to turn their head and that's it. I lost a finger. But yeah, I was kayaking, and sure enough, I was like, come on. There we go. There we go.
Get on out of here. No, you know what he want to do with you. Yeah. But I'm glad, man. Of course, we gained a lot of water. The fishing's getting great, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna rain a lot this weekend too.
Oh yeah, dude. I just hope it all makes it to the lakes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm wishing for. And there was let me just change directions here a second. You may be more familiar with it. I reposted it, and there was a guy talking about the Big Lake Bobcat shit, the Big Cat game, whatever, right? So I don't know if you read it or if you know any more about that, but I didn't even know that was going on.
I didn't either.
They do it every year, don't they?
They do it every year, but there's an issue with, I don't know.
The wildlife department, I guess the head of Texas Wildlife Department, the person running it is used to work for somebody who's actually working against it, but the lady who's working against the big cat, what is it called? The big cat hunt or whatever. Yeah. The lady who's working against it, her husband's family donated a bunch of land out towards Big Bend. And so they donated all this land, and they're a big donator to Texas Wildlife Parks. She's anti-hunting, anti-hurting the animals, anti-fishing, anti-everything.
Yeah, she doesn't understand.
Correct. And she's all about, they have feelings too, but, you know.
The issue with her is that she's taking it way up. Yeah. Like, it's to the point where it's like, hey, if you like to fish, game, or hunt, you need to be watching what's going on, because she's moving way up the ladder. She's trying to just stop. I don't know if she'll ever. I mean, I don't know. With enough push and with enough people in office, because I mean, I don't know
money
if anybody's money is. They have a lot of money.
They have,
and with the way, I don't know how to say this, people are getting too comfortable voting red. And they're just like, Texas will always be red until one day it's not.
I'm sorry, I got to cut you off real quick, because I read this story about this lady. I think it was in Carolina, either North or South Carolina, and she put on this whole facade just because people were just voting red all the time, but her views and everything were left, but she went ahead and just like stayed, I'm red, yeah, and everybody voted for her, but all her policies were left.
What do they call them? Rhinos.
I think so.
Only a name.
Yeah.
Or a name only, something like that.
She got everybody not even looking into her policies. They just voted for her because she was red. They were like, I vote red all the time. And boom, they actually put somebody in, inadvertently, you know. And now all the policies that she's bringing in are totally against what they wanted.
And not like I'm against red or blue, whatever, they both have their good points.
Yeah, but people need to pay attention.
Yes, and there's just people that just take too much. Like, I get that you're animal conservative and stuff like that, right? But there's a point where you just start infringing on people's freedoms. On people's, hey man, we're fishing, just because you don't like them. Because you see the shit that's happening in Colorado, Wyoming. They're starting to, these people that are, what do they call them? Animal activists on paper. They're introducing wolves. They're introducing bears into a region where
populated area.
Yeah, in a populated area that they're going around just killing livestock. They've been in Colorado. Yeah, they're decimating the elk population.
Nothing to keep them in check.
Yeah, exactly. Even where we work at out there in Bront, dude, there used to be a helicopter that would go through there, and they would clean out the hogs because there was a hog problem. Yeah, the helicopter don't come around no more. And the hog problem out there, I don't know. Well, you haven't been out there in a while. I mean, it's bad. Like, I see where they uproot so much stuff. There's like 300 acres that I'm at right there. Yeah. And you can look around the field and you just see all the holes where they're uprooting.
You know what's crazy? Because I worked on that lease back in 2005 to 2012, right? Somewhere around there. Some of those years. I don't ever remember coyotes.
Oh, there's a
ton of coyotes.
There's a bunch of them. When we deer hunt out there, we both bow hunters too. And, of course, the best time to do it is early in the morning or in the evening. Yeah. And it's a little spooky when I'm sitting in that blind waiting on my deer, and all of a sudden I hear the wolves start calling out. I'm not the wolves, they're coyotes. I'm sorry, coyotes started calling out. And I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, because you think about it, with the bow, when you take a shot, unless you take the perfect shot, which it's rare.
Yeah, it's not
going to just drop right there. It'll run for a little bit. It has to bleed out. You take a good shot, like a lung shot, it's going to run like maybe 20 yards and then it'll drop. But you got to get out and track it. Well, what else is watching?
Yeah.
There's definitely
across the coyote is like, no, this is ours.
Yeah. There's definitely bobcats out there. I've seen them. And I have come across one mountain lion in the 10 years that over 10 years now, I guess, that I've been out there. I've seen one mountain lion out there, and it was spooky because the day before I was walking through those woods checking a flow line, and I was like, dude, I was just in that wooded area, and there this bobcat goes. Not bobcat, I'm sorry, mountain lion goes It was kind of like, I don't know about walking through here anymore.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with these people that don't understand. Like, you got to keep the population in check. That's the reason for the hunters. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a sportsman thing, but everybody that's doing it correctly, they're not out there poaching. Yeah, it's to keep the population in check. She doesn't get that, you know. People that hit deer on the highway, well, if you keep the deer population in check, you're not going to have as many deer out there on the highway. You know, that's another thing. You know, it's you take the hunting away, it's going to be 20 times, 100 times worse.
I've got a buddy. He's got a ranch out in Bront, just like on your way to Abilene. As you make that turn, he's got some land there. It's a game ranch, and that's his big concern right now is hogs, and coyotes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
well, man, I was out there this past weekend, and I just saw, because when I drove past the gate to go to the back of the lease, saw all that uprooting, man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, they did that in a week. And I'm leaving. It looks like it's plowed, man. That's how bad it is.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
You have? Are you a hunter?
I'm not. I want to go I want to start this year.
Wait till that bug gets you.
Rifle or whatever?
To be honest, it will be a rifle the first go round, because everything that's out there, I want to be able to protect myself. So
absolutely, man. I usually walk with either a 9mm and then my bow, because I'm like, you never know.
I don't know enough. Like I've shot a bow whenever I was a kid. I'm familiar. I've got the understanding.
Okay.
But I don't think I'm good enough to take something down.
Yeah. Well,
and then my tracking, I haven't tracked anything since back in 2007. So so those skills are diminishable. and I'm not about to wound something and be like, all right, it's been 3 days.
You know, out there where we're at, man, if you wound something and you don't get it that night, just call it gone. Because there's so many hogs, there's so many coyotes, mountain lions, and bobcats. You're never going to get it. It's something will get it already before you even have a chance to find out.
Crazy.
Where was my arrow at? Hey, my arrow's just sitting out here in the woods. You're like, no, the carcass was there.
Yeah.
And it's gone. Your arrow got left behind.
They pulled the arrow out because they couldn't eat that. They just left it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I guess you're gonna try to hunt up in Bronton, your buddy's place, or maybe hit up the lake.
Well, I got an uncle. He's got a ranch out in Cristoval.
Oh, okay.
And so I'd probably
nice
do
over there.
his ranch first. So.
Oh man, well, Cristoval's a good area.
That's a very good area.
So what would
well, because my buddy's ranch, like it's a game ranch. It's it's costly to go hunting there, and we've kind of talked about it, and he doesn't. Like, he sidesteps the question about coming up the price. And so I get it.
I'm sure he gets asked a lot. You know, he's like, hey, man.
Honestly, I think stick to Cristoval since you have it available to you, because Cristoval is great. There, man, you have Axis running wild out there. I've seen black buck running wild out there. I've seen, you heard of fallow deer?
No.
So fallow deer, they're a little bit bigger, like taller than a whitetail, but they have these crazy horns. Have you seen them before? Their horns are like, they kind of go up, but where the branches, where it's supposed to branch off, they're filled in.
Okay.
So I don't know how to explain that.
They're like, they're like, they look like paddles, man. Almost,
they look like paddles.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big old deer, man.
Yeah.
There's tons of them out there.
And they're running wild because they got out of somebody's game ranch.
Yeah.
And now they're wild now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty awesome.
Dude, yeah. I love hunting. God damn it. I just love hunting, fishing, and I love
It's great.
murder, apparently.
Right.
No, man. And then when you get to take the animal home and you fill your freezer and you got steaks and you got, we ground up everything else. Like I usually take the back straps and the loin and then I ground up everything else. Some people will do a little bit more. They're like, well, I want geese, so take the neck meat, or something like that. I'm just like, ground up everything else. I just want the back straps and the loin separate.
Yeah.
One time I ate a deer heart, and I got to tell you, it was
good, right?
Pretty damn good.
That's what's up.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
Cooked or raw?
Oh no!
Okay.
I didn't go back to my Mexica roots, the Aztec roots. We cooked it, but you can't cook it for very.
That would be kind of cool. I want to see that.
No, we cooked it, but with the heart, it's so tender. It's just like real fast.
Gotcha.
So it's like it's rare. It's what it is, but it was so good. So good. I've heard stories about eating the liver too. I haven't done the liver, but I've heard that that's actually the best thing. I've heard that is what in the wild, the alpha, like say it's a pack of coyotes, whoever the alpha is in that pack takes the liver. Yeah.
I was listening to this guy's story, man. He was out there hunting, and he came across. I want to say it was like Montana area where they have wolves, and he took out this elk, right? So, anyways, he's sitting there and he's trying to pack this damn elk, and wolves show up. Oh, man. He's like, shit, there's a ton of them. I think he said it was like maybe you had to 10, 15 of them.
Things are big, too.
Oh, they're stupid big, right? So he's like, of course, you didn't try not to panic, it's kind of hard because you got wolves staring you down and they see your carcass and they want the carcass,
And you.
I mean, if you're going to stand between them, yeah.
And he was like, I was sitting there, I was cutting this thing up, and I went down and
he was still cutting it up?
Yeah, no, he was there because he had quartered it, he's putting stuff in bags and stuff like that, but he was still butchering this thing. He sees those, the wolves coming up closer and he's like, man, I got to kind of want to show your dominance, and it's kind of, this thing popped up. He said he remembered about the whole alpha shit, right? Mm-hmm. So he picks up that liver, right? And he gets it and he starts eating it raw like that. And these, they stop in their tracks and they're just like, they recognize, oh yeah, he's not, you don't fuck with this dude.
Yeah. Only the alpha eats those.
Yeah. Cause even like, you're right. Like in those wolves, no one else will eat the liver but the alpha. So these guys recognize, oh, this dude's an alpha.
They probably were thinking this dude's crazy. This one's crazy. He's not like, this guy.
Look at him. We're from we're domesticated. We're from Iraq.
But he doesn't know we actually take it back to our cave and we cook it.
It's like, what is he doing? He's like, Tim, walk on your hind legs. Communicate with him.
Yeah, man. Whenever you get into it, man, it's just like fishing. It's that, man.
Yeah,
you get bit by that bug, and man, you're all in. Like you're all in. I don't know how. Honestly, I'm probably embarrassed to say that I do not know how much money I have sunk into hunting and fishing stuff.
It's probably best you don't know.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
You have to reevaluate all your decisions.
Yes, I know, man. But I'm bad about it. You are probably too. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just guys in general. Like you get into something and you're like, I'm in, like so guys do it with golf. Have you seen how much money people spend on golf? Yeah. Like, holy
shit. That one, I can't understand it.
It's just another, it's just another thing,
Yeah, it's just like they wouldn't get my fishing or eating the liver, I'm just like, so you hit it and you just chase it? It's like, and you spend how much money to do this?
You don't take nothing back to your freezer?
See, I've always been told what makes golfing worth it is the drinks on the course.
Oh yeah, dude.
Cool. It's a reason to drink.
Yeah. Hey, you get drunk and drive that golf cart.
Man, there's
fast as shit.
I've been out there in Bront before, and where we're at, there's two ranches that connect to each other, and usually because we're working the oil field there, we just leave the gate open. And it was hunting season. That ranch back there, they had hunters that were paying to be out there.
Yeah.
And it was early in the morning, man. It was
probably my buddy's ranch.
It might have been. It might have been. It was about 7 a.m. And I was checking my route, and I seen this truck just driving on our lease. And I was like, oh, shit. Is this somebody important? Maybe I need to go down there. It might be the boss, So I drive on down there, and man, this guy, I pull up next to him. He rolls down the window, and his eyes are bloodshot red, and I can just smell the liquor. I was like, holy shit. I was like, you all right? And he was like, man, I got lost. I got turned around. He was like, I'm not going to say the ranch. We're on such and such ranch, And he was like, I don't think I'm on that ranch no more. I was like, no. I said, I would normally tell you just to go out this way and hit the blacktop, the road, and then go back around to the other side. I said, but you probably shouldn't be on the regular road, so I'm gonna just follow me and I'll take you back to where the entrance to y'all's ranch is at, because you're gonna get in trouble. But man, what's crazy is he's out there shooting a gun because he was rifle hunting. I was like, man, he's probably seeing like 5 deer, and there's only 1 deer. It's probably not even a deer, it's a decoy,
He shoot his own decoys and shit.
Oh, that was a bush.
Yeah. Oh, you accidentally got shot at one time. Well, not it was indirectly. It was ricochets. Yeah. And you were opening up a gate.
I was closing a gate.
I
was closing the gate, and I'm hearing this, and I'm like, what is that? Oh, where's that coming from? And then I hear it because it literally came like maybe a foot, 10 inches from my head, and I just heard it go right by me. Well, I turned, I fucking dove to my truck and shit, and I'm yelling, but fuck, they're so goddamn, they were all drunk.
Yeah.
They can't hear me. I'm taking ricochets. You could just, luckily they didn't hit my truck. Cause then
Did you feel the heat? The heat of the bullet?
No, dude, I just felt it just like.
He's probably so full of adrenaline.
Oh, yeah, bro. I didn't. I just knew, and then, of course, I dove behind my tire to where I can block myself, under the tire and the bed and stuff like that, and you can just hear them just hitting the ground. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Well, I was so pissed. I was mad. I think I called you, right?
Yeah.
I called the office. I called the sheriff, and I'm like, I was pissed.
Yeah, I went out there too because I was kind of pissed too because I was like, that could have been me, because he works for me on my days off, so it was like that could have been me the next day, like, damn, dude, this is ridiculous, like these guys are just firing off, they're not even drunk, they're not even paying attention. Like you're supposed to know, you're supposed to know what's beyond your target,
It's like, oh shit, there's Oscar, he's dead, and his bed's full of copper.
The sad thing about it, and that sheriff,
cracking.
Yeah, that sheriff was telling us too. The sad thing about it is, even if you had gotten hit and say you died, it just would have been ruled an accident. Like nobody could have been prosecuted for it.
How do you know what happened?
Yeah, it was an accident, and hey, it was a hunting accident. Sorry. That's bullshit.
No. Well, what are you gonna do though? It was a cool story though. It's like I'm over here dodging bullets and shit, trying to pay these bills.
Yeah, but man, when you get into hunting though, man, it's just like fishing. It's just one of those things. It's primal. It's primal. Like you just you get into it, man, and then when you fill up your freezer and you got meat all the way until next year, and it's like, man, my wife's like, gonna go hunting anytime soon because she loves deer meat, and then we would take it to a processor that was like 5 minutes down the road. And I would have him make those summer sausages with it was cheese and jalapeno in there too. Oh my gosh, bro, I couldn't hang on to those things. I would give a few away for like Christmas time or something like that, and I would try to hang on to for myself. But people come over for Christmas or whatever, and before you know it, we're eating.
Hey, you got any of that sausage?
You got any of that sausage?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Up,
yeah. Man, that stuff is great. I miss that. Yeah, those are great.
I do that all the time because I work with ranchers. Some ranchers, they get good discounts on the stuff that we're selling. They need it, so they're workers too. And there's one guy. He's got out in El Dorado. He's got a place, and his summer sausage. Oh my God, it's phenomenal. But yeah, he's got access on his place, and it's delicious. And every time I see him, I'm like, "What you got over there? What you got over
What's in your goodie bag?
Let me get a piece."
That's funny, man. That's kind of cool though, because it really opens up a lot of opportunity to go hunting on some of those ranches.
It really does.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't know that because that's where I picked up this place where we go fishing, and the only reason we even knew to go there because my dad would go buy parts from E&R Supply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was
Got
the owner.
Contact.
Yeah, but he was the owner.
Okay.
And he was cool as shit, man. He's like, yeah, my kids, like, we would ride our bikes from the house all the way out there, and then we had a key access to the gate, and of course, I think what do you have, like 100 acres back there?
Oh yeah,
and we'd go all the way back there, man. It was cool shit.
Yeah,
we'd go dove hunting. The guy was cool shit.
Man.
But of course, now he passed.
Oh, okay. Same thing with this field this property that we would normally hunt. Can't hunt it this year. It's changed. They've sold it to somebody else. So I'm gonna try and get in good with him and be like, "Hey, man,
this is the way it used to work. Yeah. And we still work it that way."
He's like, "Are you cool? Because I'm cool. If we can be cool."
Like we had an agreement out here that I would not do anything, and you would let me hunt. That's funny. Yeah, no. This year I'm gonna hit up the lakes, the land around Twin Buttes.
Yeah. That's good hunting over there too.
So I'm gonna go way back in there. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Last year, dude, I was listening to all these Facebook posts of people talking crap. People will leave their deer blinds, or sometimes their deer blinds or the deer feeds will get stolen. And I'm like, I don't want to go through all that.
Yeah, that's kind of hard when you're hunting public property like that. Yeah, it's. I've heard stories of people up in Colorado. They'll go up there. They have an area that they're allowed to hunt. It's public land. There's a lot of public land up there, and they'll set up a tree stand, and they'll figure out their shooting lane. They'll trim out everything so that way they have a good shooting lane. Like, I'm gonna come back tomorrow in the morning. And they come back, their tree stand's gone. Like, what the fuck?
That's somebody else's spot.
Yeah,
somebody else's spot.
And that's sad. That's a lot of work to go out there and set all that up and then just to have it stolen,
Dude, do you ever come across any Karens?
All the time.
Do you really?
All the time.
I wanted to ask you that because I'm like, as many times as I've been fishing, I've never come across a Karen where it's just like, what do you.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I haven't. I've never.
I will say this year I have not, and so I'm thankful for that. But the last time was probably last November, October time.
Okay.
Where, what are you doing?
Wow.
Fucking fishing.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Because I want to. Like, what do you, where are you going with this? And it's like, well, some of us are out here trying to enjoy nature and y'all tearing it up and that. And I'm like, for what? Bro, I'm literally fishing. Leave me alone. Let me fish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's illegal to harass fishermen, right? And she's like, I don't care. You're bothering us and that. Like, look, go back to your RV. Go back to your RV. Yeah, nobody told you to park here.
Yeah.
This is a free public park. Like, I can access it. So why are you upset with me?
Yeah.
Like, everybody else that's been out here, have you yelled at them? But yeah, you get some loonies out there.
Do you really? Because I mean, I've watched some of these videos, of course, on TikTok. I see them on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of get mad. I'm like, how come none of that's ever happened to me? Like, I'm looking forward to it, because I need drama in my life. I don't have drama.
What's crazy?
Go downtown. The crackheads downtown. They'll bother you.
No, really. They will. I haven't seen. I've gone down
there. What you gonna do with that fish?
that I had one guy. He's like, "Oh, let's look at tackle and we'll trade tackle." And I was like, "I'm good.
Yeah.
Everything I got is because I wanted it. That's why it's in my bag." Well, what you got in that bag? And I was like, "Nothing. I got like $10. I got 3 lures, and 2 of them I found." And he's like, "Really? That's it?" I got this little tin, and it's literally chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
He opens it up. And I'm like, oh, cool! You got some chewing tobacco with your lures. So he's like, yeah, I don't dip or anything, but it keeps them.
Yeah.
You want to trade this one for one of yours? Nope. Leave me alone, man.
Fish like chewing tobacco?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's actually some baits that smell like tobacco. Have you seen that?
There you go. He has something on you.
I know. He had it all marinated and everything, and I didn't know that.
He has it marinated. That's funny.
Yeah. I haven't run into it either. That sucks because it's like being a fisherman is usually the most peaceful thing you can really do. You're not really bothering nobody. So for somebody to be upset at you for fishing,
I just want to understand the psychology of like, why does it bother you so much that I'm fishing?
Right.
Why does it it's kind of one of those, I want to have a podcast, man. Sit down, let's talk.
She'd be like, why do you have to have a podcast for?
What's your issue? What's your issue?
Yeah, what's your issue with it? Because I don't understand. I'm not bothering you. It's not like you were diminishing. Is it? Well, I mean, what is it? Is it the fact that you think it's alive that I shouldn't be allowed to eat it? I mean, I don't know. It's such.
You're taking that space on mind numbing.
It's just a mind. I don't understand it.
But my thing is like, given what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Trace your lineage back and find the people who did it in your family. They did it, or else you wouldn't be here.
Absolutely,
you wouldn't be here without them hunting and fishing. Like, come on,
that's
leave me alone.
I was like, we know where you came from. Your
for real
family was bitch ass gatherers. You gathered berries, bro.
Thanks for the berries.
Shit.
Trade you this fish for 10 pounds of berries.
Yeah, that's funny. I see your videos and I'm like, you post enough out there. I'm just like, I wonder if you ever come across just somebody who's just like, dude, mind your business. Because I've been on my kayak. I fish under people's docks. I feel people come out and I'm like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Hey, how's the fishing? And I'm like, it's good.
Yeah. You want somebody to get at you.
I want some drama, man. But I'm like, ugh.
Dude, hitting up underneath those docks there's usually
good too, man.
Fishing underneath those. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get into that structure, man. But man, I'm excited to see more of your kayaking stuff, man.
I'll definitely be posting it.
Yeah, dude. So. Like, man, it's so fucking cool though. Especially, I've been fishing for a long time, right? And that joy's gone. That was like, oh shit, that's badass, And it's good to see somebody. I'm sure you fished before, but I mean, I guess I'm just seeing the videos being posted. I'm like, yeah, this guy.
Puts that fire back in you.
It does, man. It brings me the joy. It's not necessarily just like, oh, I'm gonna go out and fishing. Of course, I did. And I caught that big ass fish, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've got a friend. She said that what she enjoys most is seeing people do what they enjoy.
Yes.
And I was like, you like just watching my video, you're okay with me just being happy. She's like, you look so at peace. Yeah. Like it's awesome. It like makes ASMR. Me happy. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll keep doing it then.
Yeah, I think what it is, man, and I think I can pinpoint that because it's like I used to have that joy.
Yeah.
When you recognize it in someone else's video, which is crazy because you can actually tell in your videos. And I'm just like, damn it, man, what's wrong with me? Am I depressed?
I hate him. He's too happy.
He's too happy. You can tell in your videos. And I'm just like, Like the one that blew me away when you got that kayak, and I'm like, damn, he's excited. And that's why I feel like the SB mowing guy. I was like, I think he is excited about going and cutting someone's grass.
My dad thought that I was messing around. Like I was like super excited to get it, and he's like, "Cool, yeah." Then would take it from his truck, throw it in my backyard and everything. But I reached back out. I was like, "Dad, like seriously, I've been thinking about doing this for myself for like 2 decades, and so yeah, this is phenomenal. I really appreciate it." And he's like, "Really, like this?" Like I got it at a garage sale.
Yeah.
It's cool. And to be honest, he was working, trimming some trees and stuff, and he saw them laying in somebody's backyard unused. He bought it from them for $20. That and a little kayak boat.
Oh, nice.
And so yeah, he got a heck of a deal. $20 for both of them. And
Man.
so the lady who owned them wanted to give them for free, and he's like, "I'm not taking them for free. I have to pay something."
You,
She's like, $20. And so, cool, here you go.
Charlie, bro. Hell yeah, dude. That's a hell of a deal right there.
When I bought my kayak, I was so excited. I locked my keys in the truck with the truck running. And it was like an older it was that 3/4 ton work truck that I had, so it still had like the push locks, like nothing was automatic on it at all. And I don't know why. I got out of the truck and out of habit, I just hit the lock, closed the door, it's still running. I'm all undoing all the tie downs for the kayak, and I'm like, oh shit! I locked my keys in the truck.
Now, when you were buying it, when you're going to go fishing,
I just got to the house with my new kayak.
Okay.
And I was all excited about it.
I thought you did it there when you were buying it. Like, hey, he's gonna drown himself. It's like, yeah, he's not gonna make it much farther.
He's done.
That's funny.
You know what? I feel bad. Here's your money back.
Thank me later. I'm actually saving your life.
Yeah, exactly right. Today's not your day.
That's funny. Yeah, no, it's you can tell, man, and it's a joy because I'm like, and like I said, means that's got to tell a lot about somebody, right? And not you, but like the viewer watching that is like, dude, are you good?
Yeah,
are you good? Are you fulfilled? I mean, it's great. You catch, I
think it's ASMR for some people.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Like in a way, you kind of do wonder about people like, well, if seeing somebody else brings you joy, what do you do to bring you joy? You know what I mean? Yeah, there might be something to that psychologically too, but
where it's like there's the joys that you're missing something. You're missing the joy part.
That's what got me. Literally, that's what got me back into taking up. The dude's name's Randy. That's what made me take them up is that one, they made it super easy. The fishing pole, they got it. Cool. They made it super easy. I didn't have to worry about going and getting, but it was just, I was watching SB Mowing. I was watching, what is his name? Nate the Hoof Guy. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, he's a farrier. And all he does is trim hooves.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I get so addicted on this.
The good hoof doc or something like that. Yeah. He's a Scottish dude. And I was watching those videos and I was like, how's this? Like, why do I get joy from this? What am I missing?
Yeah.
And finally, the stars aligned and I was like, let's go fishing.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Whenever you go fishing, are you recording it or like do you have like a camera set up or something?
So no, usually I just kind of post I used to have a tripod, but I broke it and I've just never fixed it. Or not fixed it, but replaced it. Yeah. But I just set it up against stuff and from the ground view facing up. Usually that's how it goes. Is I'm just propping it up somewhere. And just doing it that way.
See, because I did, man. Like I watched the videos. I did get a little bug, and I'm like, because we do this, and I'm like, I wonder how cool it would be to go out there fishing, give me some meta glasses, and go out there and do some fishing, and just like there's sometimes like I'm sure you do it. We spend a lot of time alone, where I'll just rant about the dumbest shit ever, Or somebody will be coming by and I'm just like, I'm awful at my impressions. I'll start doing impressions of the people that are there. I'll speak, English, Scottish, German, you know what I mean? And it's just rando shit, And I just thought about it. I was like, dude, that'd be cool just to, of course, I'll be completely anonymous. No one's going to know that it's me, and just go out there and just fish, man, because it is fun. I love doing it,
There's this guy, he's a diesel mechanic. I think I've sent you some of his videos. And whenever he walks up to a truck that just came in, he'll do like a Chinese or a Japanese or Asian. Yeah. He'll do an Asian voice.
I know which one you're
talking
about.
Oh my God, I love watching those. I mean, yeah, he's about to like get dirty, you know, doing this, but it's
when he
funny.
breaks it down and there's all that glitter, he's like, "Oh, you have a disco party."
Yes.
I love it, dude. I really love it. Like, there's so much people out there putting content out, man, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Some of it sucks, you know.
A lot of it does, but
you know,
you get those gems. Those,
yeah. So right now, man, I am caught up on this drama going on in San Angelo right now. And I'm sure everyone's talking about it. Everybody who knows these people.
Yeah.
It's do you know who I'm talking about?
I'm assuming I do.
Yeah. It's a business owner. I guess he
recently or going through divorce.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm all in it. Well, that's our novella. You know, I'm like, this girl is like spilling the beans on all of it, dude. And then I just found out today that I know somebody that knows everyone. All the side
all
chicks,
the characters,
all the characters.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, dude. I know. We went to school with the guy, and I know everybody that he's dealing with because, of course, he's well known around town. And I was like, oh man. I started asking him questions. He's like, yeah, no. All the cheating was going on while they were married and before they were married. He was like, she knew what was going on. And I'm like, oh my God, tell me more.
And it's all out there too.
It is.
Oh my God.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to consume that content. I'll never put it out though. So anything like that.
It's crazy because, I mean, it's one thing to see it from a distance, but to know those people
and
know that it's going down, it's just like, bro, what were you thinking?
Yes.
What were you thinking?
Yeah. And then that one realtor, I'm just like, no, this is turn off your phone. You don't need to be defending this guy.
No
you don't need
kidding.
I was like, just stop, man. They let her go, dude.
Oh
yeah. They let her go from her job, and I'm like,
she's unlicensed.
And I'm like, you have to. This is the wrong time to be defending anybody. I was like, it's just kind of
look out for yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
you need to save face, man.
Yeah. That's the one thing. That's one of my biggest fears is just having your whole life aired out for the world to see.
Yeah.
It's definitely
the world to
we
see.
do it every Wednesday.
Yeah. So no, not like
no, not like that. You're right. Not like that. Yeah.
Very when we first started, it was really just me and him doing this, and we were just trying to get the bugs out. You know, just trying to figure out what we weren't on camera. We were kind of scared to be on camera, but we were just audio only. But there was a few episodes where we were like, "What are we gonna talk about? Let's just talk about ourselves."
Cool.
And there was a few episodes where it was like, man, I don't know if I should have said all that, you know? Like, that's too much, you know?
There's not, I mean, luckily, there's not a lot on me where it's like, oh, it's damning. Oh my God, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I guess if you want to bring up some of the stuff that I said, you know, then there's that. But it's one of those like, dude, he can just say whatever he wants, you know? But I tried. Luckily, I lived a decent enough life. I don't have enough. There's not a lot of, well, there isn't any skeletons that I know of.
Well, that's why you like the drama.
Yeah, I know. Because I mean, you're right. I've lived a good, carefree, worry-free life, you know. So when I hear it, I'm like, I'll tap my wife. I'm like, hey, look what's going on. She grew up kind of the same way, you know. So she's like, you start sitting here, people arguing. I'll put the car in park and I'll roll the windows down. And I'm like, just watch this. See how this turns out. Yeah, we did that eating funnel cakes, and I'm just like, man, these people are arguing. Yeah. She's like, how's your funnel cake? It's good.
Turn the truck off.
Shit, who's pulling up? Uh-oh. Like, she's coming out in chanclas.
Somebody's in trouble.
Yeah. Come across tons of those, and I'm just like, this is good, man. And we just go back to our business.
That's content right there.
Yeah, bro. It's so good. Content. But yeah, man, it's just that stuff. You know, You're right. When it hits home, it was like, this. I don't like the fact that it's called San Angelo, a small town. I don't feel like we're a small town. You know, I think we're
not a small town, but we act like a small town.
Yeah,
everybody knows everybody. You knew my older brother, so it's everybody knows everybody.
Damn, hold on, he's your older brother? Mm-hmm. Oh shit, okay.
So we have a younger brother, but he's since passed away, and he doesn't have the same last name. He's the guy I call Dad. That's his biological father.
Oh, okay.
Him and my little sister, they have the same dad. Me and my older brother have the same dad. But the guy who raised us is their dad.
Oh, I got you.
So,
I heard about that. Sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you're right. It is a small town, so you kind of get to hear everything. Yeah.
But it's small, but it's like it's not like as small as, I mean, what is it, like over 100,000? So it's still it's a decent sized.
If you go to
town,
any other state, it's a major city.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What did they say? San Angelo is the biggest town without an interstate.
correct.
Biggest city without.
Is that it really? Oh wow! And
That's going to change.
that's gonna change quick.
Yeah.
real fast.
And we're the only one that has the elected chief of police,
Yep.
right? That's kind of cool.
That might change too. I mean,
Well, yeah, everyone tries to fit in with everybody else,
Yeah.
and then it kind of like, dude, you're kind of ruining the good vibe we had here.
yeah.
You know, we like to
Yeah.
to choose our people, not appoint
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
God damn it, that's too much power. That is too much power to be giving somebody. Especially like no, because I mean, you're all like with the tax appraisal stuff.
Oh, the tax appraisal people. Those the chief appraiser is appointed.
Yeah, and it's
not
like, come on,
elected.
man, it shouldn't be that way.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good episode that we had with Virgil Passetti, man.
Cool.
He'll break it down.
Cool,
And
cool,
I'm just like, it, to the point, it kind of pisses you off, you know?
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
Paying
well,
those taxes pisses
Oh,
me
yeah.
off.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, man. Every time.
Yeah,
You know what I just found out? So I just got another letter. I'm sure a lot of people did. You know, where they're reevaluating my shit again. This makes 4 times in a row. And I have a family member that used to work up there. And she asked me, she's like, did you get another notice? And I was like, yeah. She was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I just figure I'm probably going to keep getting them because I always go up there and argue it back
Yeah.
down again. And she was like, normally 2 is the most. She was like, 3 is every once in a while, but this is your 4th? And I was like, yeah. She was like, that hardly ever happens. Like,
yeah.
that just means that they are trying to get you to a certain number. And every time you go up there, you argue it back down. So they're like, well, we'll just take it up just a little bit at a time until he can't argue it back down anymore. And that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I
But I
mean-
feel like they're doing that to everybody.
Where do you live?
I live over by the Air Force Base,
Okay.
which really pisses me off because it's like, y'all are, how do I say it? There's nothing over there. Not that my side of town's not that good. I mean, it's okay. But there isn't no shopping over there. There's very few restaurants. And if you live, depending on how close to the Air Force Base you live, it's grandfathered in. And it's probably always going to be like this. The only restaurants that are there are only there because they were there before the Air Force Base. There's a contract with the city that you can't have any restaurants or sitting. That's what it is. I think it's sitting restaurants. There's a Little Caesars there, but you can't sit there.
Yeah.
You can drive through and that's it. So again, there's not a whole lot of restaurants to choose from. There's no grocery stores. I'm Food King, Dollar General, which honestly I don't really like going there.
Yeah.
If you wanted to shop for clothes, good luck.
You gotta go
across town. There's really nothing over there. So it's like, what are you seeing that's a benefit on living on this side of town versus the opposite side of town when there's all kinds of amenities over there? There's nothing on our side of town.
The base.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
That's the base.
Which you don't have access to.
Yeah, which I don't have access to. So it doesn't make no sense, you know? So it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
So the stripes over there, in front of it or behind it? Paint Rock Road, Bell Street. Do you live back?
Bell Street side.
Bell Street side?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I used to live over on Tres Rios.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering because I live across town now. And same thing over there is slowly but surely they're raising every year. And because I'm a veteran, the Homestead Act and everything, it shouldn't raise more than a certain percentage. And there's been multiple times where they try to
Go
overstep
past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder what the whole thing is because we talked about Ken Paxton, right? Doing whatever it is he wants to do to. I guess there's some cities investigations over some of the cities in Texas, man, that have gone exorbitantly high on their taxes.
San Angelo is named.
Is named one of them.
I believe that.
And it kind of makes you wonder. I was like, for what though? What exactly are they? I mean, yeah, they want to get you to a certain point, but like for some reason, there's a benefit there. It's like we need to raise X amount of dollars for whatever case.
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
Yeah.
You know, and especially like if you ever watched that Nick Shirley guy, right? He's the one that did the whole stuff in Minnesota, and now he's working on the stuff. Actually, California wrote a law. Basically, they call it the Nick Shirley law. If you expose corruption, you can get in trouble for it. And yeah,
Leave it to California.
leave it to California.
Man.
So it kind of makes you wonder,
If you expose corruption,
So,
you can get in trouble
the
for
way
it.
it used to work is, as a person, I could expose you for fraud. However, or I couldn't expose you for fraud because you're a person. businesses didn't have that same privilege.
Yeah.
Businesses are now part of that same privilege. Businesses are treated as an entity because they are, and so now they're granted that same
privilege.
privilege.
So
And
they
the
can't
shitty
be
part
sold.
is like it's not even like just whatever businesses. They're NGOs. A lot of them
Yeah.
are just they're government or non-government organizations that
Being
are
funded.
exactly billions of dollars that dude just come up with. So it kind of makes me wonder if it's happening in Minnesota and it's happening in California, what's happening in Texas? Hell, what's happening in San Angelo?
Yeah.
Because I mean, everyone's fighting these damn data centers. Everybody's, I don't know. There are some people that want these data centers, but I don't understand why everyone's so gun ho about it.
Why?
Because there's some kind of money going on there.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting some kind of kickback.
Yeah,
element,
and on
for
top
sure.
of that, they're getting what they're looking for tax abatements, for the next 10 years. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. They're literally building $1 billion facility. We're not going to get any of the tax revenue off of it. That's ridiculous.
For forever,
Yeah.
basically.
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So why would we allow them to do that? Like,
Yeah.
cool. But the rest of our taxes will go up
Exactly.
to offset that cost.
Yep.
So
That doesn't make any sense. They're going to, I mean, we know our electricity bill is going to go up because other places that data centers have gone up. The water bill's gone up, electricity bill's gone up, taxes have gone up. And I'm like, we don't have that kind of, I don't know how it is in those other places, but here we don't have the people, these businesses coming in, opening up, and one day the money's going to dry up,
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered that, growing up in San Angelo, you've always heard we got 3 months of water left. We got 2 months of water left.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, we got one good rain. And you allowed splash pads. You allowed how many car washes to open up? And I'm like, you talk so much about water conservation that as soon as we fill up we didn't even do any work. I think I was talking to you about this, where I'm like, it's low. Why aren't they using dozers to go and put all the soot back up, push it all out of the way so we have more reserve? Hell, they never even
touched it.
never even thought about it.
Yeah.
Dude, they were moving water from the North Pole to the South Pole with pumps. Did you know there's a pipeline going through the dam?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. And I'm like, why aren't we using that? It's so mind blowing. It's under.
question.
Yeah,
It's there.
Yeah, it's low. They built. I mean, maybe it's in bad condition. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like it's below the line where you can literally open gate, and it'll move over.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's the farthest I know. But I'm like,
I remember right before we had that good rain, we were on the verge of like, hey,
no water
there
in.
was
Yeah.
no water. Like
Yeah.
they were like,
Yeah.
dude, we don't know what we're gonna do. We can't last another 2 years like this. And then that crazy, like we had a crazy summer. Like that year, it rained so much, it filled up every lake, everything. The rivers were flowing.
Thanks for all the spraying they were doing that year. I'm sorry, but it's conspiratorial. But they spray that shitload of chemtrails that or whatever you want to vapor trails.
And they haven't been the same since.
They haven't.
So
But we're not even the only ones. Was that Lake Corpus Christi is almost dry? They're gonna be out of water this year if they don't get some freakish rain.
Yeah, they're having like special council meetings right now because they're pretty much on the verge of, hey, we can't even sustain the people that live here no more.
No, that's sad.
How big is Corpus Christi? Do y'all know, like population wise?
I can find out though.
I was gonna say at least 5 million, maybe.
You think millions?
3 to 5. I mean, if we're talking the greater Corpus Christi area,
The whole area.
Thank God for Google because I don't know how to spell for shit.
Yeah, I'd
Same.
say probably 2 to 3. I'm thinking 2
I
to 3
think
million.
3 would be
Yeah.
2 to 3.
In 2026, approximately. What did y'all say?
2 to 3 million
No,
more.
Less.
Oh,
500,000.
nope. 361,000.
Wow.
I mean, sorry, 316,000 people.
I thought
The
it was
population
bigger
in
than
2016.
I thought it was way bigger than that.
Yeah, no, it's not. And to be out of water, and then how much of that water is actually going to the refineries, like Exxon, Conoco? The majority of the water is going to them, but they're not going to shut them down. They're not going to slow their trickle. Hey, you guys need to stop. Mm-hmm. And on top of that,
I heard they built data centers out that way too.
Oh, dude, they're gonna. I think what's projected now, like 200 data centers in Texas are gonna be put up here in the next couple of years. But still, even on top of that, man, it's they were given a lot of money from the state to try to mitigate this problem, and they never spent a dime of it.
Yeah. They were like bonuses for everybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, who knows wherever it went? And I'm like, bro, we're running out of water. Like, and there's some people, talking. It's like we're running out of water on the surface. we're not running out of water underneath. You know, and I'm like, but if it's not at surface,
it's not getting to the underneath.
Yeah, there you go. It's not getting to the bottom. So once you like, that's the cap. That's the reserve shit on top. Once that's gone, and plus on top of that, where's all the fucking water going?
Yeah, that's true.
Where's all even if you do use it, it's not like it goes into space or it just disappears.
I saw this. It was a video this guy was talking about. So they used it to cool down their systems, right? Mm-hmm. And then a lot of it vapors off.
Yes.
And they were like, "What's in that vapor?" And they couldn't get no direct answers. Yeah, couldn't get no straight answers. And they're like, "What's in that vapor?" Because now it's going back up into the atmosphere, and then it rains back down. But what's in it? Like, what's coming back down?
Yeah.
Because all that's coming back down. If it's contaminated, it's contaminating the ground and the groundwater.
That's good.
So,
I mean, I'm sure somebody's on it, but they work for the.
they got money.
Yeah, they work for
pocket. Yeah.
They work for the people that are like, hey, don't. If you find anything, just don't.
Yeah.
Don't say.
I need to be that guy though,
dude. No shit, man. No shit.
How? That's 1, 2, 3.
It's all sorts of income. Yeah, man.
Keep them coming. So.
Like that shit that happened with the Hickory Aquifer stuff, right? We heard for the longest time that shit was radiated, you know, and they're like, "Oh no, it's good," blah blah blah. And then they brought it in. They're like, "Well, we're going to dilute it with the other water." I'm like, "If it's good water, there's no diluting that needs to be happening."
Correct.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you know, we're kind of falling in the parameters of like, I guess we're getting close to the legal limit of where we need to be. Hey, we need to start recycling the water.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, great. Now you want to serve me back my own poop water? You want to filter it out? And I'm like, can we stop? Can we stop with this shit? And that whole, I mean, I can get into real deep into that whole fucking Ford Ranch debacle that happened there. Because I'm like, what do you mean you bought the land and you drilled the waters, but you never finished the paperwork on who has the water rights?
Oh.
And I'm like, that's mind blowing. So now you're having to pay. The guy sold you the land but kept the water rights. Now we're having to pay him for every gallon that we take out of there.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, and he's part of the. What do you mean he's part of the city council? He negotiated his own fucking price.
Yep.
What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? There's this guy that he spelled
whoever
out
owns this sounds like they're going to need more money. How much more money?
Yeah.
He said like 5 to 10 times more.
Man,
it's like just keep going, and then I mean, you know how those once the well's around, they don't get shut off.
Oh no,
no, man, it's just like it's a never ending slush fund.
Yeah,
and that's where there's like, I mean, I'm probably gonna get some shit over there, you know, but because can I prove it? No, you know, I just hear it from word of mouth, or not word of mouth, but people that were in the with the dealings with it.
Yeah.
And pretty pissed off about it. One guy that, I mean, I don't know, maybe he did steal that cow. I don't know. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't there, you know, but I do know that he kind of went in and pissed everybody off because when he's like, I'm going to run for sheriff, and when I win, I'm arresting all you sons of bitches. You know, and then literally they threw everything at him. Hard, dude, they went after him hard. Like, I don't know, maybe he is guilty, you know, of what he did. But you can't deny the fact that he ruffled your fucking feathers and you kind of threw everything at him. Yeah. Everything.
You did everything you could. Pretty much the same thing they did to Trump.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, he's going to run again. He's going to come after everybody. We need to keep him from running. So they ran him through the court system like crazy.
So you would drug him through all this shit, but your goal was to never even throw him in prison. You just wanted to hit him with the felony to take him out of the race.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, once you got the felony, it's like, all right, now we're gonna walk away. We're done with you. Thank you though. Thank you for your service. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's clear.
That's guilt right there.
Oh yeah. I'm like, you clearly just did that in front of everybody and no one said shit.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem. Is that everybody sees it. Everybody sees it, but nobody says nothing, or nobody has what do I do with this information? How do I get it out there? You know,
because when they gave the okay for the data center, right? How was that not for a vote?
That was not. Yeah, was just like
that's something that's mind boggling.
Yeah.
Like, how do we not just ask everybody?
Yep.
Like, how do we not just
just
show up at this meeting and we'll take a vote?
Yeah.
And if you show up, you show up. Like, I'm not even saying post it out there to everybody. Just quietly put it on the calendar.
Yeah. This is probably one of those meetings that they have on a Tuesday at 9 a.m. when everybody that
is at work. Anybody here object?
Yeah.
No? Okay,
and that's when
cool.
they do a lot of these
Let's
meetings.
go.
It's crazy. They
Yeah,
do a lot
but
of these
this one-
meetings like that.
This one, they just got a full way approval without even having a meeting or a vote or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, hold on a second. You know, none of your constituents want this. No one wants this. And it's like, I need fucking bank records. I need to, for the past year or whatever, however it was breaking up, because I'm sure.
And that's what we need to start doing is cool. If you're in public service, you should not be able to make a profit whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whatsoever.
All the way to the top too.
I don't care that your Swiss account, your offshore account, no. That account stays the way it is. You show that record up front and be up front about it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be a New York school teacher who's making $60,000 to $80,000 and now worth $30 million.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be that.
That's mind blowing, right? It's like you get into office to do. I mean, okay, if you're getting into politics, you're going in to get rich. I'm sorry.
That's the way it is now.
It's just the way it is.
You shouldn't, but that is exactly the way it is.
And it's so heartbreaking because I'm like, dude, there's so much good that y'all can do, but the almighty dollar is like, hey, we want to move in. Because I'm like, even on top of that, it's like you're not buying someone's ranch to put this data center. You're not buying someone's shit. The city of San Angelo is going to donate this fucking land so you guys can build your data center. And I'm like, fucking mind blowing. When they built the HEB, the new HEB by my house, they gave him the land, they purchased the land for HEB and they gave him $300,000. I'm sorry, but HEB does not need the money.
They don't.
Yeah,
no major corporation needs it.
Yeah, they don't need it. They'll I promise you, they'll be just fine building.
That's your tax dollars.
Exactly.
They didn't just have this money. This is the money that they taxed everybody on, and they're turning around and doing shit like that with it.
And then they have the audacity to be like, "Oh, we're gonna dip into a rainy day fund to pay for some bullshit pipeline." And I'm like,
"You have a rainy day fund?"
Oh yeah. Well, it's just crazy because I remember it was a couple of years ago. They were asking. They wanted there was a bond for like $2 million, whatever the fuck it was, right? And they were like, to build whatever the fuck they wanted to build out towards the lake. Well, then that didn't pass. Then all of a sudden it's like we're gonna open up the rainy day fund for, I think it was like pay raises or something like that. I'm like, wait a minute, how much are you getting this? How much is this rainy day fund? Oh, we're gonna pull $2 million.
You got $2 million.
You just happen to have that fucking just lying around. I'm like, what was I'm sorry, it just happened to be the same amount that you were asking for the bond?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, you're doing it in front of our faces, and granted, it's because of the times of the fucking day that they're doing these fucking meetings. No one can show up. And
do you remember when we had Virgil on? He mentioned about, I think the big thing that was coming up at that time, the second time we had Virgil on, they were going to vote on the Coliseum deal where they were going to do the expansion on it. And there was going to be this tax that they were going to add on to everybody's property taxes.
Okay.
And it was going to be for like the next 20 years that you're going to pay this extra, and they make it seem like it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, when you do the math on it, it's a lot. And who's to say that they can't raise that up just a little bit more over this time, Well, they did it. They picked a certain date. And Virgil told us they brought this lady in from Dallas, and she did this whole survey of San Angelo of how people vote, which people vote, and everything. Like this whole thing, they paid her like $200,000 out of that tax money, obviously, to figure out if y'all do it on this certain day in May, you're only going to get this many people that are going to turn out. As long as you get your amount of people to show up, it'll go through.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it
And what's sad is that that's public record. You can see that. We hired somebody to fuck you guys.
Yep.
To make sure that you ain't going to show up. You ain't going to oppose shit. And it's like everybody's just quiet about it. Oh, and that's the other thing that pisses me off. It was like, well, what are we supposed to do about it? Show up, man. I'm sorry, but you have to just you have to make the effort to be like, I'm going. Mm-hmm. I'm going regardless. And you know what? Grab the person next to you and bring him with you because, it affects him too.
Well, I showed up at my local voting place and I was the only person there, which I was like, this is crazy. I was like, because I was here maybe the year before and it was for the president. And there was lines all the way down the street. You know what I mean? I was like, this thing is local. This affects you even harder.
More so. Yeah.
And nobody's here. It was sad. I was like, this is just sad. Nobody cares or they just don't know.
See, of course, I'm still on this. Of course, they're recounting Tom Thompson.
I heard about that
shit. And I'm like, God, man, it's like, I don't even know if I would even open myself to that shit. But I was like, well, I don't know if I got in there. I'd be like, no, this is it, dude. I don't know if there's executive orders or anything like the president does with City of San Angelo, but I'm like, yo, if you don't get fucking at least 60% of the population vote, I'm sorry, it doesn't pass. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do your fucking shenanigans where only 6,000 people show up and be like, man, well, it passed.
Yep.
I was like, I understand that it's like they're the ones that made the effort, but those are people that are retired. They're on their way out.
Yeah.
You know, they want it their way. They don't want it to change. And hey, man, it's fucking 2026. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
You know,
1976.
Yeah, it's not 1976.
You're not going to be
it's
here
not
in
the
20
1900s.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not going to be here in 20 years, but we'll still be here.
We'll still be here, man. And it's kind of like there's some like really changes that need to happen because I'm like, I don't understand how some of it was as the taxes go up. I don't understand how some of these people are living.
Oh, I know.
And I'm like, there's no way you can pay these taxes on a barista salary. How are you doing this? How are you How the fuck are you surviving? Rent skyrocketing. You think it's bad now. Wait till this data center starts being built. Mm-hmm. Dude, they're talking about in Abilene. It has quadrupled.
That's wild.
I know very few people who doesn't like it's two incomes. Whether you're single or not, it's two incomes.
Absolutely.
So,
you have to do that. You have to nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Why do you have to work 2 full-time jobs?
Yeah.
Or 3-4 part-time jobs just to make ends meet?
It's mind-blowing. It shouldn't be that way. And it only happens because you nuts. I mean, you're not going out and... Well, I mean, I can't put it all on them, you know, because there's fuckery afoot. There's fuckery going on where it's like, no, hold on a second. Why you're a public servant. Why can't we have these at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the afternoon? These people can show up.
You're here to serve me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your whole job.
Yeah, you're not here for your, to line your fucking pockets. Well, you shouldn't be lining your pockets. Now, granted, I don't know. Do they get paid?
I don't know.
You don't know?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I heard that, you couldn't survive on that salary anyways. That you need to have a second job or whatever. But I'm like, is that the problem? Is the problem that are they not getting enough?
Most of these people have businesses already as they get voted in. So they're like, okay, well, they already have a business, but a lot of them run specifically so that way they can push something towards their business.
Oh yeah, or give you a tax break while the guy down the street is more successful than you. You raise his taxes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That just happened. Not too long
that
ago.
just happened not too long ago, and I'm like, wait a minute, how do your taxes drop that much and his go up that much? That's bullshit. I don't know if he fought that or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm gonna reach out to him because I mean it's one of those. Is like I'd like to sit you down and you talk to me about why you hate this bitch so much. Because I'm like I'm sure you can fill a couple hours.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's that it may be that we're not paying them enough.
Yeah.
Or if they're even getting paid. Because I'm like,
but therein lies the problem. Okay, cool. If you're not able to make it and we're paying you a quote unquote decent salary,
if we're paying
what about everybody else?
Yes.
How about you raise the minimum wage?
Yeah.
I personally think that anybody who's in government should make minimum wage. Period.
Oh, yeah, change everything. Yeah.
President of America.
Yeah.
Like minimum wage. Oh, you don't like that? Cool. Raise it.
Yeah.
Raise it. Make it livable.
Absolutely.
So
I'm okay with that. The only thing I have issue with is when they do that, all these companies, in order to offset that, they raise the price of all their products. So then that makes it like back to square one again. I mean, they need to like, okay, listen, like, no, it can't work like that.
But you have to put it, if you're going off that policy, you put in infrastructure, you build roadblocks for those companies to say, hey, cool, this is it. Like you figure out another creative way to make money. Mm-hmm. Like it just is. You sell more product, you got to buy it cheaper, and everybody's got to be kind of in on the whole aspect of it's going to cost more up front, but in the long run, we're going to eventually balance out.
There needs to be some policy changes for sure.
Yeah. No, absolutely, because I'm like, if the people that are buying your product can't afford your product,
correct,
there's a problem. Then
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
McDonald's, a prime example of that, is they raise minimum wage, then they raise their prices for a brief moment in time. A Big Mac was costing $15.
Yeah.
And then it came down quickly. And that's on average around the states. I know here in Texas, like we didn't see it that big of a jump, but nonetheless, it went up and then it came back down and balanced out. because cool, you outpriced yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So in order to stay in business,
You got to be competitive. Yeah.
you take a little bit of the heat, and
Yeah.
instead of posting 20% profits,
Yeah.
you're now only 10.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, we got to kick it up. This year we only made fucking $23 billion, and I'm like, and it's literally like 3% higher than you did last year.
Yeah.
I worked at Sam's Club, and at the year end, we had a year end store meeting, and they brought that up. Is cool. We didn't profit the way we were supposed to as an entire organization, so everybody's only getting 3%. And I was like, motherfucker, like this is y'all's information is public.
Yeah, we can look this up.
I could Google right here, right now, and I know that you didn't the year before you did 15%. Last year you did 12%.
Yeah.
I get that. But 12%
of
50, what was it? It was like 150 billion. I was
That's
like,
a
12%?
lot.
That's a lot of money for you to say, oh, I can only give you 3% raise.
Yeah.
Because 3% of what I was making is not. And granted, cool, you got a big company and a lot of employees, but how much that CEO bonus? Because you can split that.
Yep.
Do you have to take 10 trips a year?
Yeah.
You know?
See, what do you think about there's that. I mean, like it's kind of funny because you can pick at everything. Mm-hmm. You can pick at that shit. You can also pick at the food prices. I don't know if you saw this, with EBT now, you can't buy Cokes. You can't buy any of that
junk
shit,
food,
right?
yeah.
You can't buy the junk food, right? So to offset that, they're lowering their prices. And I'm like,
they could have
you could have been doing this the whole fucking time.
Yep. You could.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait a minute, because how can I put it? The veil's being lifted on the fact that it's like, wait a minute, you rose your prices little by little every year to the point where it's like what you were saying. You get to the point where it's like, all right, now no one's buying it, so you can come back down. Now no one buys it because I didn't know that some of these companies were lobbying to make sure that people were able to buy this junk food on their EBT cards.
Damn.
Which is, they did some shit on it. People were losing weight. People are getting a little healthier. There's still a lot of junk food. There's a lot of people but still, in the grand scheme of it all, people are getting healthier. But I'm like, yeah, of course, dude. Coke's not healthy. Fucking Doritos aren't healthy. But as I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, what else? What else is being, if it wasn't propped up by the EBT shit, right? What else could come down on price?
Oh, a lot.
Medical.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, you're right on that.
Medical.
And I'm like, we can literally pick this shit apart, and people, you can still make a profit because obviously you wouldn't lower your prices if you're going to take the hit. Yeah, you're just not. You're not going to do it. That's not a fucking business model anybody's going to get behind. So I hope that it's getting that way. Where it's just like, hey, get back to fucking levels of
basically. I mean, the whole deal with the EBT and the junk food was taking the same, I guess, formula that medical uses with the insurance companies because $100 Band-Aids, this is fucking stupid. Only they were doing it because the insurance is going to pay it. So they're like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah. I think how
much for that gauze?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a $200 gauze.
Yeah. So me and my wife were talking about this today. It was kind of funny, right? Because I went to go pick up my son's medication. He's ADD, he's off the wall sometimes. I'm like, I just need to kind of slow him down a little bit, but we kind of watch him to make sure he doesn't, whatever. So anyways, we went, she couldn't take him to the doctor's appointment, so I went because our insurance that we had doesn't cover the premium, the good shit no more.
Gotcha.
So I went and we kind of got all this shit worked out, went back to HEB and it's like, it's $125. And I'm like, God damn, for a month's supply of this shit? He's like, well, this is still the generic shit, And I'm like, well, hold on a second. Damn. I can't afford that, And he's like, well, we can do that. We'll take you over here to Market Street and the medication is going to be $10. And I'm like,
the hell?
What the fuck? But the premium shit that my insurance was going to cover is $400. Ooh. And I'm like, wait a minute. And Carter, me and my wife started talking about this. And it was like, there's the fuckery there. Because I'm like, why if you have a pill that works, why do I need a generic one?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Does it cost more to make the good shit?
Nope.
It doesn't.
Nope.
It's just
a name.
Yeah, it's just the fucking name.
Fucking name brand.
What you're giving me over here works the fucking same. So explain to me why we need more of this different, I guess I can say. Why do we need different types of the same fucking medication?
See, and that's something that Trump had been trying to fight against.
Yeah.
But there's too many people lobbying against it
Mm-hmm.
that. And I was like, make that make sense. Make it make sense that you are going to sit here as an everyday person and tell me this does not make sense, that we pay what the world pays, because insulin around the world
It's cheap.
is super cheap compared to what we pay.
Yep.
We make it. So why are we paying 10, 13, 14, 15 times the amount?
It's crazy.
Yep. I think what they were saying, that insulin in Canada is 90% cheaper for the same shit.
90%.
Comes out of the same company makes it. But it's like, well, you're right. We're flipping the bill. We're flipping the bill to keep these motherfuckers. They say to keep the lights on. I'm like, no, dude, you're making money because you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it if you weren't making money.
The one that I found that was eye opening is the pill that Magic Johnson took for HIV.
AIDS,
yeah. It's cool. Here stateside for that one pill, it's like at one point it was $100,000 for I think it was like 6 weeks worth of treatment, and you got to go through the 6-week process, and then you do another $100,000. But then you go over to India, Africa, China, and that is $100 pill.
Yep.
Like that is, and not $100 pill, but $100 6-week program. So yeah, so if you're super wealthy, you don't even have to pay the $100,000 here. You just go across the sea and voila, that's a drop in the bucket for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Man,
It's
that's ridiculous.
Yes.
mind blowing. I was listening to Brian Brigham, or the guy from Ways to Well, and he kind of broke it down. Right, it would be enough to piss you off when he's like, once you tell me you have insurance, I'm under a gag order that I can't tell you what my price is, my cash price is.
I've run into that
You know?
personally. I think you have too. Right?
Yeah, and he's like, it cost me $3 to make a 30-day supply of metformin, but as soon as you tell me you have insurance, I have to go. I'm legally gagged. I can't fucking tell you nothing. I have to sell you at whatever. It's like, and then you're paying a $20 copay for a fucking $3 bottle.
It's actually,
Crazy.
it was actually, I found it's actually would have been cheaper for me to do like some just regular dentist checkup stuff. It would have been cheaper out of my pocket if I didn't have insurance versus because I do
crazy.
have insurance, and it's like, well, I have insurance. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it was actually costing me more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's some bullshit, because they're already taking money out of my check to have the insurance, and I'm getting charged on top of this. And then for them to tell me, because at first I was just kind of curious. I didn't tell them I had insurance. And then I was like, damn, they found out, and then I was like, well, they're like, you can't tell us that you don't have insurance because it's considered fraud.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's considered fraud.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like the system is so ass backwards, man.
It is.
And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, in the words of Doc Ledbetter, are we mad yet?
Oh, yeah.
Are we mad enough yet? They're literally doing. I mean, we went to we threw goddamn tea in the Boston fucking harbor over 2% tax, and we're bending over and taking it for fucking 36, 37%.
Yep.
Like,
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude. 2/3 of my fucking, I'm sorry, a third of a person's income is gone.
I feel like they're gonna just keep pushing it. They're gonna keep pushing it. Like we're
you
just gonna
take-
keep.
take-
You
take
keep.
until
You're okay
you
with
say
37%? How about 40%? Like, oh, you're okay with 40%? You're not gonna do nothing yet. 50%. Like, what's it gonna take?
Yeah.
What's it gonna fucking take? I don't know. I'm not trying to incite nothing, but
Yeah.
the headquarters for the company I work for is in Bozeman. So at one point they had a position open up, and I was like, what would it cost to live there and go work up there? But the taxes, and the other thing is Colorado stores constantly looking for people because the pay is not there. When you look at taxes, some of these states are paying like upwards of almost 50% of their. When you take when you take federal and state taxes, you're almost at 50% of your taxes are being taken out, or of your money is being taken out for taxes.
that is
Like,
And I'm like, that's ridiculous.
How does it need to be explained to some people to realize? I mean, maybe saying percentage is like, I'm sure they paid somebody to be like, don't use time, use percentage. And it's like, because if you break it down, it's like, hey, you're working for 6 months out of the year for free, and we'll give you the rest.
Because the government needs theirs.
Yes. And it's like, well, they only take 50% of my paycheck. They don't break it down in time. I was like, no, you need to understand. It's just better yet. Every other day you're working for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, was that cool with you? Fuck no.
No.
Everybody would be like, hell no, dude.
Yeah.
How are you going to... Like it's enough to make you mad. I'm just like, we went to the point where we used to survive on a one income house, right? Now, I mean, two. Now these kids are being raised by laptops or being by tablets and their phones and computers and shit, because the parents can't be home. So, well, I mean, obviously you can see the progression of it. So what happens next? Now I got 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job. Or are we gonna have to start polygamy and start fucking? Hey, we're gonna have a 4-person. Which I guess at that point everybody's like, hey, everybody pitches in.
It's either that we reset the system or something else.
I feel that's what's coming. I do feel that's what's coming because I feel while we're in Iran right now.
There's a conspiracy theory, and I believe it, because like just being into church and the Bible and everything. I remember reading some books by Tony Evans. And he was talking about by having the father out of the house, it breaks up that family household. Now it's just up to the mother, but the mother's busy and she can't really raise the kids as much as she should be able to. Well, now you have if the father and the mother are constantly working, iPads are raising these kids now, which means whatever they program into those computers and those iPads is what your kids are consuming every day, which means they can get into their mind. They can make them think a certain way. And that conspiracy theory is that's how they're controlling that next generation that's coming out, is because the parents aren't actually raising the kids anymore because they're too busy working to keep that household together.
Yep.
So that's a conspiracy theory there.
I can just imagine when you call your kids because you're headed home from work and be like, hey, I'm going to stop at the store. Can I get you anything? Yeah, Mom, can you grab me the new fucking mellow yellow whatever? It's now only has 30% of list flavors. I'm like, did you just read a fucking commercial to me?
Yeah.
The fuck, dude, what do you want to drink, you little shit? Don't quote me commercials because I'm like, well, what else are they gonna do?
You just did a plug, bud.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
it's I only reason I say that I watched the movie called
Idiocracy.
No, it's not.
Dude, that movie
fucking Brando. Oh man, what was it? It was
it's got what the body needs.
It's got electrolytes.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Okay. Is this on Netflix? I think.
No, not yet, man.
Okay.
I rented it, and it was good because it's like a school shooting happened, right? And they're like, "Oh, here's a card," and blah blah blah. It's like, "It's just your first time, losing a child," and then yeah, bro, it's mind blowing because it's like here we have these, they have counselors and stuff like that. Well, it's a company that'll print you out another son. Yeah, we have like backdated DNA. And it's like, guy just like fucking doesn't give a shit. Well, what was your son like? And they starts punching and shit like that. He's like, their son's not going to be 100% him. Physically, he will look exactly like him. He's like, this is how much it's going to cost. But since your son was killed at a school shooting, the state pays for it. And they'll cover like 90% of it. It's still fucking expensive. She's like, I can't afford that. He's like, oh, that's okay. We have the ad edition where the son just spits out ads.
Oh, randomly. Shit. That's like a Black Mirror. I saw a Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? And she's sitting there. She's like, there'll be there's like a day process or whatever there, or however many. You just talk to your kid and shit like that. So they're going home. Like she's driving them home. And she's like, well, talking with the son, how are you feeling? He's like, good, but kind of like robotic almost, right? And that's where I was getting with that fucking that little commercial they did, because she's like, you want to stop and get something? Yeah, Mom. And it just rips out the fucking commercial, rips out an ad that comes out of his mouth, and I'm like, fuck, we are fucked. Yeah. We are so fucked. Because I'm like, this is all these kids are. That's all they're gonna do.
They're iPad kids. They're being raised by phones and iPads. So you need to
drag them out of their fucking house and take them fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For real.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
It needs to go back to the roots, man. It really does.
You do, man. But everyone, you got to get a lot of people on board, man. And a lot of them are they're stuck. Like people, what is it?
I hate to use that reference of the Matrix, but that's what it is.
Yeah. People are so tied in that they'll fight. They'll fight just to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it literally will take somebody to take action and be a martyr.
Yes.
In order to
somebody has to fall on that sword.
In order to get traction.
Yeah, I've said that over and over again. Mm-hmm. It's like no one, as of right now, no one wants to fall on the sword. because it's exactly what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody to open a lot of people's eyes, man. There's got to be somebody significant, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, the ones that we did had, you know, back to my other shit, you know, they want to expose stuff, they get killed.
Yeah.
Hey, man, there's a pedophile ring that's going on. And it's like, oh, these people are being fucking ixnayed.
They get taken out before they get that chance to do it.
Yeah. Now of course, a lot of the women that were on the Epstein list, you know, a lot of the people that were going to come out, the whistleblowers that were going to come out, most of them are dead, you know. And now we're getting fucking all these scientists. There's like, I don't know what they were exposing or what they knew. Now they're gonzos, you know.
I think it's like 13 now.
I believe so, man. You're up to 13.
The number's up to 13.
Dang, I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah,
last I heard it was like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when it's bad already, right?
Yeah.
But the significance comes where it's like they're coming out from specific labs.
They're all studying the same type of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And
So
I'm
it's
like,
what the hell?
And then that was
the one dude from Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, dude.
Recently.
Did you know they're all dead?
So all of the people from that,
except for the guy with the crazy hair.
Oh, crazy hair. It's because he was a CIA plant, bro.
he
He's
made
the one who
it,
got them all
right?
killed.
He's the one that I'll go out, I'll track them.
Is I'll bring in the crazies, right? Because what's that other guy, that Jim Burchett? And he is like, if I told you what I was told, it would unravel everything. Everybody would go to shit, you know. And man, I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's aliens, you know, because that'd be cool. That'd be life changing. But I'm starting to lean on the fact that they're lying to us about this asteroid impact, this Apophis. They're like, oh yeah, it'll become close Earth, and I'm like, nah,
they're not telling you the whole story.
Yeah, they're just like, you're not telling, because if you told us now, everything would go to shit.
Yeah, because then what's the point?
Yeah.
Why am I doing any of this?
Yeah.
I'll
Society
go fishing.
would collapse.
I'll go fishing instead.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think they know something, man. I really do, because it's like, why all of a sudden the trip to the moon? Why all of a sudden it's like, oh, we've been, because someone like this, you would have heard about it, you know, years in advance, you know. Now I granted, people are like, oh, it's been in the works for the past 2 years. Well, yeah, I mean, the shit that they've been looking at, 3i Atlas, you know, that was coming, hell, they saw it years ago. Now they got other like 5 more objects that they came out, and they're looking at it. Because they're fearful of.
I think the building of the Atlas telescope, I think something's out there. Mm-hmm. I need funds to build this to see if it's there.
Yeah. And
I think something happened.
Yeah.
They saw something. They did some calculations and was like, this might not be good for us.
Yep. Like something. I don't believe this. Like, oh, well, it's gonna zoom by Earth. And if it hits this keyway, you know, which they call it a little keyway, if it zooms by through there, then there's going to be a direct impact in the next, like 4 years, I think they said, or something like that, when it comes back around. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, man, I think it's bullshit. I think what we're going to be waiting for, because I'm like, the amount of bunkers that have been built in the past 5-6 years, you know, this one chick who says that these fucking ultra terrestrials, whatever, there's like, they're us. You know, of course, I listen to all of it. You know, they're like, something catastrophic happened that reset. You know, everything. She's like, because she explains it that these. I mean, who knows? She might be batshit crazy, right? But it's like all of it just seems to fall in a point where it's like, oh, damn, it's aligning with what I'm thinking. You know, something bad is coming down the pipe. Which, I mean, fuck the reset, fuck the financial reset, because it's going to happen, and it's going to be. Who knows? We might be trading chickens, you know, in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like something's off, man. Like, because like, what was that movie? Was it Don't Look Up? I remember seeing some apocalyptic movie where they started taking out people, because I'm like, hey, we can't have you say anything. You know, there was one saying that the Artemis mission was a DART mission, which I don't know if you're familiar with DART. Yeah. Which they shoot a fucking rocket, they put it next to an asteroid, and then they try to fucking move it. You know. Oh yeah. Of course, I don't know. Maybe we don't know yet. Maybe it didn't work. But it's kind of weird. It's like, man.
You know what's crazy? We were kind of talking on the ancient aliens. Mm-hmm. So when I was finding out, man, that last guy that went, was he missing or did he die? I don't remember.
The guy with the big head?
Yeah.
He's suicide.
Oh, suicide. Okay. So I started like, you know what? I want to watch. I mean, I've seen it before. I never saw the whole thing all the way through. So I found it on Netflix. There's only season 9, 10, 11, and 12 on there.
Oh, I didn't know they took off the rest of them.
Yeah. So I'm like, why? What the hell is in 1 through 8? It's right. I don't know. I didn't try to search it on any other.
That was
sites.
a lot of the Anunnaki talk, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But why? I mean, why not leave it on there? Why'd they take it off for?
I don't know.
Well,
man.
I know the first like 2 or 3 seasons went from ancient alien theory, which is right along the line of the people who visited the past that are quote unquote celestial beings are us from the future.
Right.
Yeah.
We've mastered time
P-47s
travel
and P-42s.
So we've mastered time travel. We're back and forth, and we're doing that whole ordeal. And so yeah, it's just one of those things. That's the first like couple seasons, if not 3, and then it goes into the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
But it's just weird that they took it off. Like, okay, what?
A little too on the nose, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
But the other thing is I think Dude is in the first, but they've all slowly been going away. But the most recent is in the first like several seasons of it, and he's not in the later ones.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, fuck. Like I said, I don't know, man. I'm excited to what's going to happen. I hope it's not a fucking asteroid because that would suck. I'm like, I
It
think
would,
about it.
but I would let me know. Let me know.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
Because society would collapse. I wouldn't go to work.
Yeah.
But at least I could spend valuable time with the people I love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're so worried about their shit. At the end of the day, like if this chick is right, what I think she was saying, she's like, some people go underground. Some people, the people that stayed on the surface, some of them lived, the majority of them died. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If time travel is real, they're like, oh, that we would see them. I'm like, nah, you wouldn't though. Like they have too much information.
If I could travel through time, you think a cloaking device would be hard to pull
Yeah,
off?
fuck no.
But you got to travel through time.
Yeah, like maybe that's what they're. You think that's maybe why they're calling these ships interdimensional beings? They're just coming from fucking
Another point in time.
yeah, another point in time.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. But man, I don't know if that's the fucking future I wanted to even visit. Because there's just these fucking gray bodies with no wieners. I'm like, bro. I was like, you don't have a. There's
you have nothing to worry about. You can't compare, so you're good. You're good.
Oh, fuck, man.
You don't have no ego.
For real.
Yeah. No, that's not cool, though. That's not cool. That would suck, bro.
You could be like a Ken doll.
Hell, that'd be a sweet ass Ken doll. Estás gordito, pero.
Would you be like a Ken doll, or everybody else would be like you and Ken?
Oh,
No, fuck.
Because I mean, if you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
if you're taken care of, you're like, man, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
It is a lot.
With the shit going on here, the shit going on around the world, fucking, I just noticed the goddamn gas went back up to $100 a barrel.
Yeah.
Or oil went up to
Oil
$100.
went up
I don't know.
again.
I think that's why I called you earlier. I'm like, what happened? Did we bomb somebody? Is somebody getting torched right now? Because I mean, it was at what, $80 a barrel, and
It's skyrocketed back
went
up.
right
again.
back up.
Yeah. I saw that.
I don't know.
I was like, well, I guess this is their new reality.
Yeah. All we can do is more fishing.
Yep.
Hey man, just do your stuff. Fuck everybody else. Just kind of.
Before we move on or sign off, how can everybody find you?
I'm on TikTok only.
Okay.
And then I don't even know what my handle is.
Yeah, that way I'll get you some fishing.
That's
in your
what's
life.
up. I'd greatly appreciate that. Yeah. I guess it's at Kane KAIN _ never too late.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, man, go check him out, dude. I'm telling you, his videos are like watching SB mowing.
Yeah.
It's great. I love your content, man. Like I said, I don't know why.
Appreciate it.
I just I can sit there and watch it, and I'm like, I don't know. Like you can just feel. You can feel the joy. You can feel the joy.
See, before coming on, I was a little bit worried because in the episodes that I've seen, y'all seem like y'all know everybody and y'all are great friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so I was like, is that going to be my experience? Like, am I going to know them, or are we going to be okay?
Yeah, we try to be pretty easy to talk to.
But
like
no, it's been a blast.
Oh man, I'm glad, dude. You're more than welcome to come on anytime.
For sure.
Like we try to be real personable.
Thanks for putting up with our conspiracy stuff.
Oh yeah,
hey, I'm right there with y'all.
Yeah, I wish we could have talked about the stuff we talked about before, but I was like, Man, that's some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
But man, I'd love to have you back on. Yeah, let me know when you hit like 100,000 followers, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I will. I will. I'll post it. I'll come back on at that point.
Fucking hey, man. It's like, hey,
Remember your roots, right?
Hell yeah, you got to remember them. And remember, when you do get big and you start fishing in big tournaments, remember you're from San Angelo.
Heck yeah.
You know, and everybody's like, oh, I'm from like Corpus Christi, or I'm from like whatever. They just always represent some other town. I'm like,
He's like,
I know where your roots came from, man.
Lake Ivy, Paint Rock.
Yeah.
But hey guys, Kane, again, thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man. It was
Thank
fun.
I know it's kind of weird to get a message from just a random podcast. I'm like, what's this all about? But again, man, thank you again, and we'll catch you next time.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
What to do?
What to do, baby.